In a small rural town lived a young man named Ethan. He was hardworking, honest, and fortunate. His crops were bountiful, his livestock healthy, and his home was always warm and full of comfort. One day, during a tea gathering with the town elders, Ethan joyfully exclaimed, "I'm so lucky. Everything is going great. Rich harvest, strong livestock, a healthy family." An old elder sitting across from him shook his head and said, "It's not wise to speak loudly of your happiness, Ethan. It may turn against you." Ethan was puzzled. Why? Isn't it good to share joy? Don't people like to hear about good fortune? The elder smiled mysteriously. "Come with me. There's something I want to show you." He led Ethan to the home of his neighbor, Michael. Once, Michael had been a prosperous rancher, but a harsh winter took much of his herd, and some poor business decisions forced him to sell the rest. When Ethan entered, Michael greeted him with a smile, though a shadow passed through his eyes. The elder took a sip of warm cider and asked, "Michael, are you happy for Ethan? His life seems to be going well." Michael nodded, then sighed. "Of course, I'm happy for him. But I'll admit, it stings sometimes. Why does his herd grow while mine keeps shrinking? Why is his house full of laughter and mine often so quiet? Maybe God's forgotten me. Or maybe Ethan's success is more than just hard work." Ethan frowned in confusion. The elder said quietly, "You see, son, not everyone can truly rejoice in another's success. Envy is not just malice. It's pain from comparison. You may not see it, but like a cold wind across the plains, it slips silently into people's hearts." Next, the elder took Ethan to the town market. Among the vendors was a man named Nathan, known for his sharp eye and sharper tongue. He always noticed who was doing well, and found ways to make them uncomfortable. As Ethan approached, Nathan narrowed his eyes and said, "Heard you're doing great, Ethan. Probably making more than any of us, huh?" Ethan, caught off guard, answered honestly, "Yes, I've been fortunate. The harvest was good, and the livestock are healthy." Nathan smirked. "Well, we'll see how long your luck holds out." That conversation lingered in Ethan's mind. His joy dimmed. A quiet worry took root. Could people really wish him misfortune? The elder, seeing his unease, said, "Some people carry misfortune in their gaze, not because they're evil, but because their hearts are full of doubt, envy, and mistrust. They can't share in others' joy, and without meaning to, they call misfortune upon others." Later, they walked to the river, where young men were watering their horses. Among them was Ryan, famous for boasting about his own success. He often bragged about his skill in trade, the speed of his horse, and the size of his herd. When Ryan saw Ethan and the elder, he shouted, "Hey brothers, you see this horse? Fastest in the county. No one can match me in a race." The others chuckled. The elder stroked his beard and said, "Be careful, Ryan. The land doesn't like bragging." Ryan just waved him off. At that moment, a stranger rode up. Dismounting, he heard Ryan's boasting and calmly said, "If your horse is that fast, let's race. Let's see whose luck is greater." Ryan eagerly accepted. Everyone gathered to watch. But as the race began, Ryan's horse was startled by a gust of wind, stumbled, and threw him off. Ryan hit the ground hard. The stranger won easily, said nothing, just bowed and rode away. The elder helped Ryan to his feet and turned to Ethan. "You see, son, fate always tests those who speak too loudly of their happiness. The higher your pride lifts you, the harder the fall." Ethan thought deeply. When he returned home, he stopped speaking openly about his success. He learned to respond modestly and with restraint. Years passed. Fortune remained with him. He lived in comfort, raised a family and helped his neighbors. But now he understood. If you wish to keep your happiness, rejoice quietly. Share kindness, but don't boast. The eyes of the envious, the thoughts of the doubtful, and the trials of fate are always nearby.